Alright, my phone died. Sorry about that. This is now split into two videos. um, so not really minor characters, as in they show up and they're gone, but like they leave an effect on the story. So Chavez, the sheriff, and Lupito, they're together because they're all part of the same section. This is towards the beginning of the book. Um, Chavez runs to Gabriel, to the family home, to tell him to ask for help because his brother's dead. The brother is a sheriff, and the sheriff was, I think he was at a bar, and then just Lupito comes up behind him and shoots him. So, it's a mess. Everyone's like running after Lupito, trying to find him. And then for some reason, Antonio also goes out, and he's like in the river, and he notices Lupito in the river too. And he's a mess. And then, um, Narciso, he tries to talk him down. He's like, "Yo, we're friends," and the guy just shoots in the air, and he doesn't try to shoot them, but he's trying to commit suicide by by them, try to get them to shoot him, and they do. He dies, and it's just it's a moment for Antonio to be like, he was suffering. Like, is he going to hell? Is he going to heaven? Like, this is a death for a child, so we'll have to deal with it. I think Narciso is definitely a major character. I kind of have difficulty trying to see how the townspeople see Narciso, because multiple times Antonio points out how he's alcoholic and people don't really take him seriously, but then their family has a lot of respect for Narciso and what he has to say, so it's kind of strange. But Narciso, he fought for Ultima to his very last breath. During like the snowstorm, he tried to go to their house to warn Gabriel that Tenorio was on his way. Like, he's seeking vengeance again, which he does that a lot. And in doing that, he got ambushed by Tenorio and he died. And second death witnessed by Antonio, which again causes him to question spirituality and his faith even more. Because there's a thing that happened. He had to do that thing. What's it called? Where like Narciso was like, "Can you take my confessions?" I think it was that happened. And that's the thing that happens. Yeah, Narciso, Tenorio, and the Trementina sisters. So, also major characters. The sisters, they're the three witchy ones. They are the cause for Ultima's death in a way, because they like, I don't think they like outright cursed the brother, but Maria's brother, Antonio's uncle, he was like cursed because he saw them doing their witch dance, and that's not something that's supposed to be done. And Ultima heals them, but in doing that, she like, I don't know if it's like a backlash with the evil magic or something. Something happened that like it negatively affected the sisters, and then one of them died. Tenorio was mad. He's like denying, like he's calling her a witch. When I don't know if it's just if he just did not want to see the truth, or if he knew he's just defending his daughters. But he went after Ultima the first time, and Narciso got there in time, I think, to warn them, and Gabriel was able to like, oh yeah, they did the test. They did the test. I don't know if it was like she walked in a doorway with a cross or something happened, but they tested Ultima and she wasn't witch. They were all drunk, but even drunk, they understood that she wasn't witch because she passed the test. So the first time, they were able to talk down the crowd, but the second time, Tenorio, he did more things. I don't think he tried with the crowd again because that failed the first time. But Tenorio, he kept trying until the very end. He did succeed. He killed the owl, and Ultima died. And that's what the story ended. The school children, we spent like a lot of time like being introduced to characters and different personalities and the names, and I'm not really sure why it was in the story. I mean, I guess Florence was important. Yeah, we go into Florence later. But there are a lot of kids. Florence, Samuel, the kid, they're all the most important ones to me. Oh yeah, the golden carp. I haven't mentioned the golden carp. So the golden carp, he's like, that's like the other side of the coin, where Catholicism is like one side, and then the golden carp, the indigenous roots, that's the other side. But yeah, the golden carp is introduced to him by, I think it was Samuel, maybe. But yeah, golden carp. Yes. So These are two very important events. I couldn't decide which was more important. I mean, okay. Death of Ultima, very important because it's, Ultima. This whole story is that Ultima and her kindness and how they're trying to repay her kindness and how they're trying to keep her safe in their home and content for the rest of her days. But, I mean, it doesn't really affect the story much because the story ends with it. So there's not much to be affected by. So I think that the death of Florence is just a very major turning point in this novel. Because, like, first, when Lupito died, that's the guy, the first dude who died, I was like, whatever. A non-name, he wasn't named until now, like, maybe not very important. But when Narciso died, I was like, wow, like, this is very serious. Like, this man was trying to help them, and he died. But when Florence died, I was shocked, because he was just this, like, very much death of innocence moment. Like, after this, even the whole family was like, there's been a lot of death here, a lot of bad thoughts and memories. They sent him away for the summer. So it was a very impactful moment. And after this, I knew it was like, yeah, like, I can't try, like, maybe Ultima will die. But yeah, it did fundamentally change Tony, all the trauma, experience like Guadalupe. Yeah, he went away. Where was a sad place to be when a small boy who's just seen a friend die and he grew sad when the bells of the church began toll. Oh yeah, and Florence, the fact that he was going to Florence to share the news about the carp. He got beat up for Florence for trying to protect him because he didn't want to condemn him, I think, when they were pretending he was a priest. But yeah, like, Tony, he cared about Florence, and Florence drowned. It was a very tragic event. And then they were kids, so I understand. They tried to spin it, like, make it an extravagant story. When some people came by, they're like, we told him not to go, but yeah, that's sad. So the story, I'm kind of confused about the main lesson, because what I got, I don't really know what I got, because for my essay, I was looking at, like, the author's life, and it reflects, like, the story a lot. Like, he had an accident, I think it was with his neck. He had to be hospitalized for a while, and I'm not really sure how that's reflected in the story. Maybe just the summer after Florence's death, maybe that's the equivalent here. Because he had to recover from his neck injury. He had to recover from all those deaths away from his home at his uncle's farms. El Puerto de Lunas. I'm not really sure what the lesson is here. I wrote some things. I feel like we delved a bit into, like, morality in this book, because we always have Antonio going back to Ultima asking, is this person going to heaven? Like, are they condemned to hell because, like, in Florence's case, he wasn't religious. He didn't believe. I don't know if he was like, I don't remember, but he didn't believe in their God. And is he going to heaven if he doesn't believe? Like, there's a whole part with the carp. I'm not really sure what this to do with this religion. Oh yeah, Ultima. These are more plot points, so they're not really the lesson. I'm not really sure what the lesson is. Because we do go very heavy into religion, like, every plot point gets pushed forward because of deaths. Yeah. Oh. Alright. I guess that's it. Yeah.